What's up, gamers? Today I'm going to be showing you my top 5 favorite nightmare dungeons to farm for XP, gold, gear, and glyph XP. I'm going to break down each dungeon and tell you the mission details and monster types you're going to encounter in each one. Now, I would like to mention that these are not in any specific order, but instead I want you guys to help me put them in order in the comments, so drop them down below. Also, do me a favor, if you find this any bit entertaining or informational and you enjoy the content, then please hit the like button and subscribe for me. And there will be timestamps for each dungeon down below, so feel free to skip ahead if you want. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into number 1. Alright, so here we are in the abandoned mines. It's super thick, full of tons of mobs, and is fairly quick to run through as long as you can ignore the fact that you might be rooted multiple times by the spiders. There are 2 main monster types you have to worry about in the abandoned mines, and they are the spiders and the ghosts. There's going to be 3 different types of spiders. There's going to be the big spider, spiderlings, and the parasitic spider hosts. These guys are normally pretty squishy and make the first half of the dungeon super smooth to get through. And then the second mob you're going to come in contact with is one of my least favorites, and that's the ghosts. Just make sure you watch out for the archer attacks, and you'll be fine. As for the first mission, all you have to do is track down 6 prisoners, and then make your way into the second area. And then all you have to do in the second area is slay 3 of the Forsaken miners. And this dungeon can be completed in roughly 6 to 8 minutes, depending on your build and your clear speed. And I suggest, hoarding a bunch of the sigils that you need to get into this dungeon and just run some, like 5 or 6 back to back. Super fun, super easy, and pretty quick. All right, next we've got Blind Burrows. Burrows is super short and super easy, and I seem to always have like 5 or 6 sigils of this one to run back to back. This one will actually only take you about 5 or 6 minutes, and it's got loaded full of spiders, kind of like the abandoned mines, and it also has only 1 first mission, which is to slay 3 infested villagers, and once you're done with that, you just go fight the spider boss, and it's all said and done. This one's pretty easy peasy, but I enjoy it a lot. It's, once again, really easy to just smash through because the spiders are pretty weak and not too crazy as long as you, can avoid the crowd control webs everywhere. Alright, this one is Demon's Wake. You guys have probably seen this one a lot in different XP and gold farm, gear farm videos and stuff like that. It's super, super awesome, especially for mob density. There's a lot of elites in here, and it's just genuinely fun to farm. You're going to come in contact with about 3 or so different mob types in here, and they kind of hang out normally together in most dungeons, and that's the Goatmen, the Fallen, and the vampires. And more or less in the first part of this dungeon, you're just going to need to destroy the idols of the shaman. There's going to be 2 of them, and once you've done that, you can move on to the big open room in the back of the dungeon, and that's just kind of an eliminate everybody and then kill the beast at the end type of thing. But this one doesn't take too long, and it yields quite a bit of gold XP, gear, everything. I've gotten quite a bit of unique items from here as well, running between tier 35 and tier 40. But this place is super, super cool. I love to run it, and it's just a great dungeon for sure. All right, the Lost Archives. This one's kind of crazy because it's got a lot of ghosts and a lot of fallen, and tons of mobs. And this one actually takes about 10 or 12 minutes. But the first thing you got to do is kill all these demonic vanguards. I believe there's 2 or 3 of them. And once you get them slain, you have to run around and pick up these mechanical boxes and take them back to the center in order to summon the final boss. Now, there is a absolute ton of ghosts in this dungeon, but it is really cool. There's usually about 3 or 4 events in here as well, and you could just kind of stay in here and farm out those, including like cursed chests and the cursed pylons and all that good stuff, and then just the help me, save me events and all that good stuff. But yeah, more or less you just summon the boss in. He's just a spirit caller of frost, and get him out of here and carry on with your day. All right, last but not least, we have Zenith, which is actually my favorite dungeon to run. The first thing we have to do is slay a couple resurrected guards, and you're going to find a lot of skeletons and a lot of vampires in here. That's pretty much the main two mobs. And I don't know about you guys, but I just get a lot of satisfaction out of killing skeletons, so I don't know, is it like the sound they make or whatever. There's also ghouls and stuff in here, but I think they fall under the vampire family. But yeah, more or less you're going to slay those resurrected guards, which is pretty quick and easy, and make your way to the second portion of the dungeon, where you're going to have to collect 3 bloodstones and bring them to the center of the room in order to summon the final boss, which is going to be the Blood Bishop. And I can tell you, I probably ran this dungeon 30 or 40 times. It's definitely my most favorite. But thank you guys all for watching. I hope you appreciate it. I'm still trying to kind of figure out my place in the Diablo content creation world. So if you like this video, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy these dungeons as much as I did if you haven't found them yet. Or yeah, I'll see you guys out there in the world of Diablo 4. I'm just gonna kick back and relax because I still got an hour before I have to go pick my wife up from work.